pleasure to see you again, dear.
Well, well, I'll be honest. You ask anyone to help you round here, and the chances of ever seeing them alive again are not wonderful. Very pleased you're an exception, dear.
Please take this, a token of my gratitude.
It's a sort of learning juice made by the scientists. You can sometimes find it in their old bunkers. Not much good came of those boffins and their science, but this stuff is marvellous. It opens the mind, you see. Of course, a fair trading compensation is one thing I can offer. But listen, what is it you need? Truly need? Perhaps an escape from all this suffering?
You are a curious soul, aren't you? I'm pleased. The first step toward escape is understanding.
Look, you and I may have more in common than you realise. If you'll trust me, I can send you somewhere where you might find some answers. Something more than I alone can offer. Take this and go to the Speaking Cave. I'll show you where to find it on your map. While you have this, the folk in the woods will let you pass, but only as long as you don't offer violence. There is no need for bloodshed. Leave the offering at the foot of the figure you'll find there. You'll know it when you see it, believe me. Wonderful. I can see my feeling about you was right.
Do as I tell you, and if you are prepared to see, then you'll understand that much more clearly.
Take care, won't you?
Oh my goodness. I thought I was alone in here. Well, gosh. This is a surprise. When I saw movement, I thought it might be one of those awful feral goblins some people seem to have turned into. You don't look like a goblin, though. Or an outlaw. So, just exactly who are you? Well, I can't argue with that. We find ourselves in very strange times. You haven't immediately tried to kill me, at least. That's a pleasant change. Sometimes I think I'm the only sane one left in the zone. I'm Joyce, by the way. Joyce Tanner. How'd you do? You're lucky I was so absorbed poking around this place. Otherwise I might have shot you as you walked in. Some manner of communications monitoring station, I think. It's giving up its secrets very slowly. It's been weeks of fiddling with consoles and reading paperwork and... Oh, well, I'm a bit stumped, to be honest. All this kit, and none of it well suited to getting a simple communications channel up and running. What I really need is to be at the hub of all of this. There's a facility, the Interchange, which was the master for all the places like this in the area. If I could get at the connected systems from in there... But that's a pipe dream. Forget I mentioned it. Ah, now that depends on your definition. Yes, there is an entrance in these woods. I can mark it for you. The caveat being that it's sealed up tighter than the Bank of England. You'll never get in. Believe me, I've tried. Without access to the Interchange, it's hard to make any progress. If the Interchange was open, and its power restored... But you'll forgive me. I shouldn't say any more. Nothing personal, but please understand that it's simply not sensible for me to trust a stranger I've only just met. Circumstances are not ideal, I'm afraid. But one never knows. Perhaps we'll run into each other again.
Just look what the cat dragged in. Pay attention. This village is under military occupation per the quarantine protocol. You're new round here, eh? Which means you're free to enter. Just keep your nose clean, all right?
And the quarantine protocol is no longer responsible for your safety. The area you are entering is known to contain outlaws, lunatics, and monstrosities. Remember, a warning shot is a wasted bullet. You have been warned.
What was that noise?
Dead body.
No, it's one of ours.
Who's out there? Show yourself!
under any circumstances enter the... Access granted. The interchange.
Don't be daft.
Don't you go asking for...
Let's all just keep your eyes open. I heard
No
some...
one wants any trouble. What's that? Let's have a look-see. Nothing. Not what I expected.
Must be a magic thing. Got all right.
Standing.
Proper buggered you are.
Oh, I'm hurt bad.
Get my boots with your... Come on, you bloody hell, bugger!
That's one down.
You can hop. Peace out. No, don't die on me.
Fire! That's right, you get. I'm hurt bad.
Hell's teeth! Hang on, it's up.
I'm gonna rock you.
What are you gawping at? Like I said, you're free to enter the village. Move on. A few. The ones who'd hung on until we turned up. Lucky for them that we did. It's good having civvies around. Reminds you what you're fighting for, eh? That'd be the captain. I reckon he'd be keen to see you right away. Last I heard, Captain Sims was down by the bandstand. Present yourself to him toot sweet, if you know what's good for you.
Well, should I shoot him, Sarge?
You should not.
Please, God.
Do they look like an
let
outlaw
me
to
see
you?
Put me on the patrol roster.
Sarge.
I can't stand this
There we go then.
miserable
Outlaws we
shithole of the
shoot.
village much longer.
Strangers we let in. Captain's orders.
Citizens of Wyndham, acts of insubordination or disrespect against the soldiers protecting you here are, in essence, treasonous and will be treated as such. Please, don't make us hurt.
Beer and the blood tastes like sheep dip. Better than nothing, mind.
You have done well. You have installed a battery. The interchange starts to live again. You do not need to know that. Find more batteries. Install more batteries.
I'm amazed that we don't all have scurvy in this diet.
State of this place. Leave tomorrow if we could. Keep your nose clean. Hands away from any weapons, you.
It has come to my attention again that despite warnings, certain among you are still pursuing prohibited activities. With such barbarous
See that big metal bugger? I could have it. I could.
Steady on, George. It's got guns on it, you know.
Stamping it out like it owns the place.
A new customer. How do? Not often we're seeing new faces here. My name's Alf Buckshaw. Welcome to what's likely the last pub in Cumberland, such as it is. Now, what can I do for you? Fountains of beer, dancing girls, and the finest cuisine in the land. Well, we've got some beer. And I found a pickled onion in a jar in the back of the cupboard. Seriously, mind, I can get me hands on things. Some pretty hard to find things at that. And feeling that, I can offer conversation. No gossip, mind you. Get locked up for gossip these days. Well, after it all went to cock and we got quarantined, London started sending in soldiers. To start with, folk were happy to see them. But after a while, it turned out there was bugger all they could do to help. When they found out they weren't being let back through the wall again, well, it got nasty. Plenty round here, I reckon. It's what it would have been like if the Nazis had invaded after all. Of course, you didn't hear that from me, all right? You let me know if there's aught else I can help you with. Very good. Don't see many of those. Pleasure doing business with you, my friend. All sorts comes through here, so don't be shy about coming back. Might have something new for you. Let me ask you something. The soldiers, protocol as they go by. What do you make of them? Aye, well, you haven't been here long enough to know. Between you and me and the garden wall, let me tell you, it's like being under an army of occupation. Look, I'm willing to trust you've your heart in the right place, and I need help with something. Soldiers have got their eyes on me, but they'll give you the benefit of the doubt, for the moment at least. I need to collect a few messages. Not important, you understand, but I can't stick me nose out of the door without the soldiers taking an interest. You they'll let walk out of the village, so I need you to go to Skethermore for us. I was hoping you'd say that. I need a message collecting from Nora. Careful with her. She's not fond of strangers, but it'll be all right if you see I sent you. She hides out in her barn on Skethermore. I'll mark it for you. The other note is with a fella who skulks all over Skethermore, but we have a meeting place. I'll mark it on your map. Fair warning, though. Out in Skethermore, soldiers don't care who or what you are. They'll shoot before they ask. Oh, aye. There was a lady scientist here not so long ago. Dr. Garrow. They say she used to work at the site over the mere. Top dog, too, I was told. Managed to get out while the rest of them boffins were trapped in with us. Any road, she turns up here a few months back out of nowhere and starts throwing her weight around. She did something that got the soldiers' backs up, and they stuck her in their jail on Skethermore. I reckon she came back in on one of them army expeditionary convoys. There was talk of one a few months back. First one in years. Got ambushed by outlaws, most likely. Then the doctor popped up. Only survivor, far as I've heard. Out at Slattendale, I were told. Kiss your map, and I'll mark it for you. Not that I'm telling you out, of course. That'd be gossip, and loose lips get you chucked in jail round here. Keep your bloody voice down. Nothing brings the soldiers down on you faster than talking about that. Mayhap I heard rumours of it, but I can't see it out more than that. You helping me with those messages is a fair trade, I suppose. All right, let's talk. One of them scientists, in particular, used to come to drinking here. Before it all went arse upwards, that is. He liked his ale, that fella, and ale made him chatty. He told me he worked in something called the Interchange. Never said quite where it were, but he used to stagger off towards the substation round the back of here. So that might be worth a deco. Oh, now that's nice. Pleasure doing business with you, my friend. See you around.
I don't know why I bother.
Keep it civilized. No, please, God. Let the CO put me on the patrol roster. I can't stand this miserable shithole of a village much longer.
Follow the protocol.
Oh? Who are you? I don't know you. You're not with the soldiers, are you? I run a lawful place here. Stick to every word of the protocol here, I do. Oh? Well, not that there's anything wrong with it if you did, it's just... Well, never mind. Now let me know if you're looking to buy something. Oh, well, they get into everybody's business, bunch of busybodies digging around until they find all your secrets. But I've got nothing to hide, nothing at all. I haven't. My, well, that's good to know. But I can hardly trust a stranger, can I? I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. Bye now.
Customer, how'd you do? Welcome to Wyndham Village. Pardon my curiosity, but how is it the soldiers let you in? Did you bribe them? And if you did, what with? Aye, well, I can hazard a guess. Our little Napoleon, the captain that is, he keeps an eye out for folk like you. A stranger might be important. And if you're important, then that's another stepping stone out of the zone, isn't it? Anyway, where are me manners, eh? I'm Morris Wick, owner of this establishment. Take a look at what I have to offer, if you fancy. Oh, you'd have to ask him that yourself. I'll leave that pleasure to you. Me, I'm happy here in the shop, where I never have to look at the man. Big explosion, that's what. I remember it woke the whole village. We were out in the streets, wondering what were what. I mean, with all them atoms and such like they have over there. The soldiers rolled in and told us we were fine, that there weren't no radioactivity to be flit of. But then, in the next breath, they said we couldn't leave. Temporary quarantine protocol, they called it. Temporary, my hat. Look at them walls. Nowt temporary about them, is there? We had no choice but to take it on the chin. So we did. Well, most of us did, anyhow. Well, it is what it is, isn't it? We have to carry on. There are mouths to feed. Hello again. Thank you for your business. Get new stock in now and then, so come back any time. I might have something new for you.
Citizens of Wyndham, the woods are still off limits. If you need to approach the woods for foraging, request an escort at the village hall.
Watch your step.
We started off right by shooting some troublemakers. Shame we can't do that again. There are a few locals left as it is. Not sure about you.
Well, well, a new face.
Good day. You'll forgive me if I'm less than cordial on first acquaintances, I'm sure. New faces often mean trouble. And yet, they may bring new opportunities, too. Tell me, where have you come from? Really? Well, you're not the first amnesiac I've seen since things went awry. Trauma does strange things to people. In case it wasn't made clear to you on the way in, Wyndham is under the protection of the protocol. You are permitted to move freely through the village. For now, at least. Consider it a gesture of goodwill. I hope it'll be reciprocated. But don't go causing any trouble here. Is that clear? And if trouble finds you, make sure you report it. Post haste. Now, there are certain things I like to discuss with new faces such as you. I would hope a stranger like you can provide me with some information. This isn't Scarborough, with holidaymakers just swanning about the place. No, being a visitor here puts you in a very unique position. I want to know where you came from. I want to know what you can tell me about the outside. Trust me, you will be much better off aiding protocol than crossing us. Be under no illusions. We must eradicate the corruption that festers here before there is any hope of leaving this blasted place. If we were to work together, you and I, perhaps we might make some progress towards such an outcome. But step out of line, and I will revoke your liberties here just as quickly as they were given. So I ask again, did you come from the outside? What do you know? Well, this is disappointing. I was hoping you'd have something you were willing to share. We imprison strangers at the first whiff of trouble, but you can keep your liberties for now. I trust that will be more conducive to a timely recollection of your origins. In the meantime, be wary of this place. Do not be tempted to engage with any of the pagan sentiments some of the locals may try to foist on you. Such beliefs are dangerous and forbidden. Do I make myself clear? And if you still wish to have protocol's aid, you'll just have to make yourself useful to me in other ways. I'm glad to hear it. The civilians in this village are a shady lot. Resistant to discipline and up to no good. I'm sure of it. We can hardly get the time of day out of them. But you're an outsider. They may not trust you exactly, but nor are they immediately suspicious of you. Sniff around. Keep your ears open. If you find anything I should know, come to me with it. If you want somewhere to start, well, we've had our eyes on Iris, the baker. I could send a patrol in, of course, but a softer approach might prove more efficacious. Good day to you. Stay out of trouble, eh?
Citizens of Wyndham, remember, strangers may be dangers.
Did you want something? He did he? So you've sided with the protocol, eh? Bloody soldiers, always digging around trying to find your secrets. Well, like I said, you won't get nothing out of me. There. Pleasure doing business with you. People come here to barter all the time. Might have new things for you if you call back now and again. Bye now.
Get a move on, you lot. You're never gonna make your salvage boat of arson around like this.
What do you need all this sodding metal for anyway?
The artificer needs it for armor.
Did you want something? Bye now. Did you want something? Bye now.
Keep the peace, Simi.
This place. Leave tomorrow if we could. Hands away from any weapons, you. Not sure I like the look of you.
Do as you're told, right?
Did you want something? What? You know that he's... Doesn't really matter how you know, does it? Look, I'll talk, but only to show you I'm doing nothing wrong. You have to keep quiet about this, please. Me husband, Philip, he went off exploring with one of his pals. Bloody fools, the pair of them. He said they were poking around in an old bunker and walked into a cloud of funny glowing spores or something. And he told me he started hearing voices. He says the voices hurt him. Whatever it was, it made him awful ill. He's not getting any better. Just a bit worse every day. You're sweet for saying so. It's easy to lose hope in this place. You know, we've had one mite of luck. Came by a special tonic, which does something to settle the voices in his head and keep the infection down. At least, while we can get it, it does. But look, what's your interest in all this? Oh? You do? Could I trouble you to get us some of the tonic? Just a single bottle. We're almost run out. Bless you, thank you. Bye now. Did you want something? Oh, Lord, the tonic, thank you. Look, I don't have much, but please, take this. I really am grateful, so very grateful. It should keep my husband's symptoms at bay, at least for a little while. That's all any of us can ask for, eh? To survive just one more day. Pop back another time, you know, if you'd like to see him. Now, I should be getting on. Bye now. You asked for this. Did you want something? What? You look, I'll talk, but my husband, he said they were, and he is not getting any. You're sweet for that, you know, at least. But look, what's... Oh? Could I trouble you? Bless you, thank you. Bye now. Did you want something? Oh, Lord, I really am grateful, so very... It should keep my husband sim. That's all any of it. Pop back another... Now, I should be get by now. Did you want something? Bye now.
Toe the line.
Remember that your village is one of the few remaining bastions of normality.
Report anything suspicious. That is a very dangerous word to be... Whatever evil the scientists had hid, so no one goes near the substation. The good Dr. Garrow caught her up to her old nonsense again, and in cop, the prison is closely guarded. But that permission...
Not sure about you.
Citizens of Wyndham, the woods are still...
Hello again.
Citizens of Wyndham, if you or any of your friends or family show signs of corruption, report it immediately. Caught early, the contagion can be painlessly...
Welcome back. I suppose I might be able... What sort of gear... Aye, that's the crux of it. Listen, there's plenty round here, and feeling that, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty, get the right bits and bobs together. And look, it's all a bit like being in the Scouts and the Guard. See you around.
Hands away from any weapons.
One more civvy gives me cheek and
Intruder sighted!
Citizens of Wyndham, volunteers are required for work details on Scafamore. Work out to help out. You are leaving Wyndham, and the quarantine protocol is no longer responsible for your safety.
Keep it civilized. No troublemakers.
Hello? Someone there? Who the hell are you? No sort of moves or I'll shoot you dead. Who told you I was here? Who sent you? Alf sent you, did he? Well, if he vouches for you, that'll have to do. I'm guessing he wants his message, eh? Right, here's the message. Get that to him as soon as you can. You're not from round here at all, are you? This must be very strange to you. I won't ask where you came from, but I do want to know what you'd intend. Do you know? Most folk round here like to live in ignorance. So you one up on them. Maybe we've got a bit of common ground between us after all. Look, we got off on the wrong foot. Half the strangers out there would kill you for your shoes as soon as look as you. So I have to be careful. My name's Nora. Used to live in the village. But put that army captain's nose out of joint by answering back. Now I try to help the villagers out from here. I can trade if you have out worth selling. Aye. I know something about that. Been poking round here long enough, haven't I? There's a big old bunker called the Interchange that those boffins built. The soldiers get proper excited about that one. I know there's a door in the army camp to the south of here. I also know they'll kill you before you get within spitting distance of it. Any road. I heard it's locked up tight as a bank vault. You'll never get in. Believe you me, I'd give me eye teeth to know what was going on in there, but it might as well be on moon. What? Seriously? Bloody hell. How'd you manage? You know. Oh, don't matter. You find out useful or interesting. You remember me and Wyndham, all right? Folk around here have it bloody hard. And if it's anything good to come out of that place, you think of them. Early done. Look. Things wash around the zone and sometimes fetch up here. Might well be something you want. So drop in any time you're near. All right, bit of advice for you. While you're here, Skethermore isn't what you'd call friendly. Down in Wyndham, the soldiers will leave you be, seeing as how you're a stranger. But out here, it's dog eat dog. There's folk round here that'll kill you for the sweat on your brow, so watch yourself. Watch your back out there.
came from. Get lost. Think you'll get here.
Must be this way. Silly fools, don't know what this is.
Yeah, you'll get yours.
You asked for it.
strange doors.
They'd better start showing me a bit of respect, or there'll be trouble.
Remember your training.
Welcome back. Oh, that's brilliant. Brilliant. Knew you'd get it done. I'm glad you found Nora. She can be a bit of a knout, but she's a lifeline for us in the village. I don't know what we'd do without her. How's my contact in Skethermore? Been a while since I heard from him, truth be told. Dead? Oh no. The poor bugger. He were a good un. One of few of them protocol lads you could still say that about. You know, he were one of them ordered to stop that civilian convoy. The one that's just wreckage up on the Skethermore Road. Oh, don't think he ever forgave himself for that. Been a helping hand for us ever since. I really appreciate all you've done. These messages are more important than you might realise. Let's just say you've given the village a chance to, well, speak up for itself. Here, take this, and thanks. See you around. Welcome back. Don't see many of those. Nicely done. And all on the nail. See you around.
Just when the music
Welcome
was
back.
getting good. And this all
Oh, I
happens.
think we can manage that. Bet you weren't expecting to find a place like Wyndham still ticking over after all what's gone on here, were you now? Folk will get used to anything given time. Which isn't to say, it's not nice to see some new faces coming through here now and then. Reminds a fella just how strange this all really is. The captain likes strangers too. He treats them better than he does the rest of the village. Means he can do things us regular folk can't. Don't think you're special. It's just the captain's way of getting the measure of you. New faces remind him there's still an outside. Likely hopes you might know a way out of the quarantine zone. Me? I know there isn't one. So I shan't be bothering you on that score. See you around.
Citizens of Wyndham, we cannot guarantee your safety beyond the village palings. Do you have a good reason to leave the village?
Hello again.
Citizens of Wyndham, there has been an increase in outlaw activity on Slatton Dale. Avoid Slatton Dale until the area is once again declared safe.
So I said to him, "Where's my pal?"
Why here, of all places? If they'd resolved to do something so awful, why in the church? Oh, I'm sorry, we're closed today. Please leave. Please, I beg of you. Just forget you saw anything here and go. Please. So it seems. To visit this sort of thing upon the church is pure wickedness. Please, tell no one. I know how it seems, but I would not ask such a thing if it weren't for the good of the village. It's vital the military don't learn of this. We'll tidy up, but if the captain and his toy soldiers find out, things will become so much worse here. Oh, thank you. I shan't forget your kindness, and nor shall Wyndham. Maisie, a local girl. She must have got mixed up in something. The weapon that was used to, a peculiar choice. It puts me in mind of those debauched druids out in the woods. Well, we call them druids. I'm not sure what they call themselves. The disaster seems to have fostered the return of some distinctly atavistic, indeed thoroughgoing pagan sentiments around here. The following sprang up in Casterfell Woods shortly after, in the ruins of an old castle, and has since bloomed into a vicious cult. Certain death. That's what you'll be met with if you choose to enter the woods. I advise you to stay well away. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some things to work out. You'll do the right thing, I'm sure. God go with you. I trust you will do what is right.
What do you want? I had naught to do with Maisie's death, I swear, in God's name. And neither did the vicar. He's a good man. If this gets back to the soldiers, they'll cart him and me both off to jail. I don't know who. Not us. She probably got on the wrong side of someone on account of her. But you should leave. This is village business, and none of yours. Like I said, this is none of your business, stranger. If you want to play detective, stick to the crime scene. Leave us bystanders alone.
Let's not have any trouble.
Citizens of Wyndham, volunteers are required.
Just more soldiers. Like we need any more.
Keep the peace, Civvy.
You won't be told again. Off with you.
Addressing civilian. Stand back, citizen.
Beer at the pub tastes like sheep dip. There's nothing, mind.
Citizens of Wyndham, pagan practices of any kind.
Hello again. Shh! Shut your bloody trap before you bring every nosy bastard in here. All right, look. Just hear me out, eh? See, we're a rotten one, that un. Tattling folk out to the vicar so he can load it over us. She never had out on me, not till last night when she found that letter. Then she carried on like I'd thrown in me lot were old Hitler or summat. Called me a traitor. Like I ever had any loyalty to the protocol lot. I'm no killer, not born to it, but she were poison, that un, and so is Vicar. Summat had to be done. Him? My socks are holier than he is. We give our donations to the church, and in return he keeps the protocol sweet. Or so he says. Truth is, he worms his way into people's lives, finds out about matters that won't sit well with soldiers, and holds them over us. Blackmail it is. Pure and simple. Oh, aye. Or chuck you in that jail of theirs, which is just as much a death sentence, except slower. All I'm saying is that we messed up, with factories and machines and that. We should have stayed close to the soil. Simple as that. How is that treason? I'm not wicked, you know. I just have a purpose in life, that's all. Something better. But that Maisie... she were going to shout it from rooftops if I didn't pay to keep her and that vicar quiet. She had to go. And I had to do it somewhere Vicar couldn't just sweep it under the rug. He can't go running off to the captain when it looks like he might have blood on his hands. Please, I know what I'm asking, but let it go, will you? Give us that letter back and we can both forget all about it. I'll make it worth your while, I promise. That's it exactly. Frontier justice, they call it in westerns. It's not the best, no one says it is, but it's all we've got now. Here, you take this as a thank you, I suppose. We can all just pretend none of this ever happened, eh? And look, if you want to know more about, the purpose, well, there's someone I'd love you to meet. Mother Jago. Lives out by the old mine in Casterfell Woods. I'll mark the spot for you. Reckon you'll find what she has to say very interesting indeed. Welcome back, friend.
Citizens of Wyndham, remember that your village is one of the few remaining bastions of normality within the zone. Keep it that way. Be normal.
Don't consort with the locals, eh? Who the hell else am I supposed to consort with?
citizens of Wyndham. Acts of insubordination or disrespect against the...